society is overflowing with what I like to call extra men that nobody asked for. And it sounds harsh. We're not trying to male bash or anything. It's just a reality. So I want you to think of the fact that there is a demographic of unnecessary men. Think clearance rack at Walmart. I'm not trying to be funny. I promise.
The 97
Maybe I am a
cent
little bit.
bin.
Just think there's always going to be a group of men that don't get married, that's never chosen, that nobody wants to have babies with, nobody wants to make eye contact with. Women women clutch their purses when they walk past them. You know what I mean? Those men are amongst us and they are
They
dangerous
walk
because a lot of
amongst
them
us.
are radicalized to think they are owed a woman. A lot
Hmm.
of men think that, they have this entitlement because of how they were brought up in the patriarchy.
So before, you get that knee jerk sort of reaction to say, yeah, you can say the very same thing about women. I want to set that aside. Just let's set that aside. Right. There, as harshly as this sort of comes across, as maybe not harsh, but callous, there always has been a group of men that are not going to reproduce. The actual number of men that pass on their genes is a startling low number, specifically in Black community for the amount of births that we have. Like the data says we're all having, sex is being had by a small subset of men, right? I think the T app also revealed where a lot of that interest really lies. So I don't want to look at this as simply as a thing to say, hey, men, you need to step it up. It's just a numbers game at one point. It's just a numbers game. So I think the focus, and I think men are shifting towards that, is one of saying you find your own purpose in life. You find your own purpose in life, what gives your life meaning, drive, and like that, the movement is sort of decentering men. Yeah, decenter women, right? If that's not in the cards for you, that's not what it looks like. There's so many other things in life that you can go out and enjoy. That last part about it's radicalizing men because they grew up in the patriarchy. I think that's a nice cover. It's a nice catch-all to try to make it seem like this is a male issue that they're not being chosen. Cool. Let's just set that aside again. The next thing we set aside, men, just again, get your passport, but not, to go to other countries to find other women. But I mean, that is a better option for you. That's what's being said here. But explore the world, find your drive, find your purpose, find your creative outlet. If this is how the game is being played, and they're saying you can't sit at the table, hey, just leave.